Yamu ajo mu akwaba de aba Adom TV so bra so say enwumre nsem ayensa so ye de so mo say Adom kase nsem na do so pa hade so nya mo so yi waso fi woni na wahwe atie na watede nsem no de di mu akotere bi ni se ne omampani John Dramani Mahama e de na ndu nsem utwato for menti bia ho akwakotu dwa ne nsem oboro so de ne e che prima nya bekwan ibre de fa pomden ho de fa na memu nkane ho nsem nyina ye nya ntobase adwudwam e de amawo wasa hyebo se kwabia so no obeboa e man na dan kwakufu ado na memu obebu no etimi akonkan e be frɛ no so akwakwahwɛ eye nipa bia ene na dan kwakufu ado mampani oba bedi no manya mutumide ne chefa omo so enase ene bosha wo mo ehye adwadifo bi so mo hwɛ kwan se nyame adom a eda memene da na dan kwakufu ado beso afere mu so ai no mo so aboa wo ho pa hadi hia ene adwumadi ahodo e ba so ne nkeka ho e beba wura pomden agodie mu Cup of Nations and Chebesha say and wanted to say Nina de Bebro meeting and an answer yam for JK say live tomato paste for Madama and Edicasi Ebrem. Yes, and some say shall say from Ampany John Dramani Mahama Akachi Akadefo mienu pe na Ampany de nijumadi obedi yes Ghana Ampany ebewiye. Na sade amamre ne o memra etie no. E wo se bre twato kra na odo man tibia ene ne gina bre eto edwa State of the Nations address. Ye twato kra na dei ene kopia o memra se dwamfie mu a wo de sansam ahodo ni nyina akoto dwa na ne nkasa emu no wo kire se no kure ni nyamyanim ene ni so ena ho a se Ghana e woni pam mo pepe adunu ensia ne kire na nso yedi tumidie ani die na obuo e ma no se omra mesom na kwanya obenya besom ye no esie ne kagya ni asida odaga na fo nyina ase wo ho.
And privilege for me to serve my highest as president. It has been a worthwhile journey. Let me seize the opportunity to thank God for his grace and to the good people of Ghana for the and honorable members of this house solidarity I have enjoyed during my tenure as president. Where are we in this race, so to speak, insofar as nation building, and how is Ghana faring when compared to other nations in Africa and, of course, in the world? Our world has become an increasingly complex one and unpredictable. Majority of economies around the world are sailing against strong headwinds. The world economic crisis and the slowdown in the growth of the Chinese economy has affected the growth of emerging markets and has resulted in a fall in world demand for commodities. As the United States of America makes a slow but steady recovery, the recent increases in the US interest rates means more money is leaving emerging markets and being reinvested back in the US. Coupled with the fall in commodity prices on the international market, this is causing an adverse economic outlook for lower middle income economies like ours. Changing climate has made the world weather more unpredictable in our part of the world. Deforestation, sea erosion, tidal waves, erratic rainfall, more severe harmattan are becoming the new normal. These are wreaking havoc on non-irrigated agriculture and power production from hydro sources.
Yanto aso mampani nsɛm to dwa omrahye biamfie ene de unum se oman ya omra bi ho no mu a sempanifo ogia to mu a betima ma ho akonya se wo ye Ghana ne de hye omamba pa bia na opese onya hunumu bibi ekoso aban mu a aye wadwene mu kesere na si one time bia betima bawuram aye friend no right to information law na se meka se de eye bill let us nya emfa yensa nhase anyi ntum ma ne meye mra achese atwentwen so akonkon ho ache yie pa ewo abedwafo wono mo pono so wampani John Dramani Mahama ene nkasa ya etwato yi no kirem se be na ni gibe na ho ho a senka abedwafo be mo ho aye ha se eta se biu nanka wono mu de wonsa hyase se be ya san hye ne be mra na Ghana fo atimi anya kwanya wode beti nsem afri de kire mo adwene ho.
Implementation of the National Anti-Corruption Action Plan, which was unanimously adopted by this August House, remains on track. I wish to commend this House for the passage of numerous legislation, including the recent Public Financial Management Act, which strengthens our hands in the fight against corruption. I must, however, point out that public and civil society organizations are disappointed in our inability to pass the Right to Information Bill and are still hopeful that before this parliament is dissolved at midnight on the 6th of January, a consensus can be found to pass this bill into law.
Ye fair na so akọ ensem foforo mu a eguso a ewa bedwafie ho no mampani John Dramani mama nsem a wode atu dwa no obro nsem bebre so na sesei de aduru so ye nkane a ene nyanamahoden emu nsem unse kan na nsen ntam ene mpokura mampani na kasa na memu mu na de be ye ntam kese be yire ne konso atese woje no ba bia na enye yedum so na wose enkyere nkamfo ne ho so woden so bia nkamfo wa ewa hotimi kamfo ma ne yeye se de nso ampinchen wa pinchen bobi no betimi de nsesi ne bo akasa o men se de wode agina ba bia ye pa won kane ho nsensem a se se yensa so ye chi betimi ne afra wura betire enkane ho nsem ho yentie de wampani de tudwa wasa kwa no so.
Mr. Speaker, the early years of this government was characterized by a crippling power crisis. The shortage of power led to a very unpopular load management program. This shortage of power hobbled the growth of our economy and affected both business and residential customers. Many businesses had to resort to the use of generators to survive. Mr. Speaker, I stood on the floor of this very august House and took full responsibility for the crisis and promised that I'll do my utmost to fix the problem. It has taken a lot of hard work and effort. Mr. Speaker, it has taken a lot of hard work and effort. Fast-tracking the deployment of emergency plans and speeding up the completion of ongoing plans ensured that we added more than 800 megawatts of power over an 18-month period. This increased generation, in addition to the energy sector levy and ongoing works to restructure the legacy debt of the power utilities, has helped to stabilize the power situation in our country. With the expectation of more domestic gas from the TEN and Sankofa fields, Ghana is entering into an era of energy self-sufficiency. Indeed, the warning signals have started sounding about the danger of overcapacity and excess redundancy in our power generation sector. We have agreed to work with the World Bank to rationalize the addition of new plants and ensure that we achieve optimum utilization of existing plant capacity. Mr. Speaker, access to power under my administration has continued to increase. Ghana has one of the highest access to electricity, estimated to be above 80% currently. Additional pending electrification programs like the China Water Company program and the Hunan Energy projects will bring even more community.
Empeni se bema beye bi wa ma meye ni nyina na omapeni enkasa ho ofiri ho no no wo ka se ampase omambia mpuntu safo na enwomesua na ba enwomesua ho asem so a wanyo men ya bro sanse wo hwemu akane akoda wote brofo pa obebisa no neche se wo nko saito na okwankran kure suku ibi nso hweba na wonu betwa so a rankran kure suku nti to da bia mkrofo klase ato so hwe no e de amom so enei ono na penso no omo a ekwa aban suku no omu twa so hwe ne kyan fofora a ekwankran kure suku no nyina so no
At the start of our term in office and for many years prior, there have been national dissatisfaction at the declining standards of education at the basic and secondary levels. Lack of access to both basic and secondary education has meant that many children were being left behind. A shortage of professionally trained teachers, teacher absenteeism, shortage of core textbooks, resulting in a situation in which 4 children shared 1 textbook. Dilapidated schools, lack of science laboratories and workshops, among others, manifested in declining results at the Basic Education Certificate Examination BECE and West African Secondary School Certificate Examination WASI. Our vision under my administration has been to turn this situation around and not only improve access to education, but also improve the quality of education. Mr. Speaker, we're witnessing a significant improvement in our educational outcomes. More children than ever before in our history are having access to education at the basic and secondary levels. With the distribution of free textbooks, children have access to all the core textbooks and no longer have to share. In excess of 2,000 dilapidated schools, popularly referred to as schools under trees, have been replaced. Teachers are more available and are more evenly distributed than has been the case in the past. Teacher absenteeism is down from 27% to below 9%. Mr. Speaker, this has led to more engagement hours between teachers and students. The construction and population of 47 newly built community day senior high schools means that more students are able to continue their education beyond the basic level instead of dropping out of school.
And then somewhere course or may Mrasabeja Phoebe Yambroso Ediamano, Yenui, Yetwamba, Yabadi Akano, a dos, Nemum can sell lip tomato paste, and Quandewa, Abum Papabi, Albeye, Edi Adien Munyamno, on Makati, any free. Yamo akwa baby mu dia ba Adom kase so lip tomato paste na fe Havex perfume papa gu ho atum sampa ni munyam be ma de ho pampa ne kire wani bie ne mpo se de esi etwafa na ye konsem no mu bie mu no yegusu awo o me mra se bedwe fe mampani John Dramani Mahama ne wode ne nsa to na koma so akaya no mabatwe se de wo so ye de eboa ma na danka kufodo ekonanim wana memwo mu sansa memwo no akwa yese nipa dodo etumirika na obi ekuta baade ma ne yonko no woto aso no sapepe otuni de abedru sampempensuo ya pani a wo ba no e wo se de wo ye akomapem e de boa ne bia obeboa no.
Allow history to be the judge of how I have served my nation. How well I have done my part in running my lap of that relay. What that verdict will ultimately be, I cannot say. I can only say that I have done my best, giving my all, and done so with the best of intentions for my God and my country. Our country, Ghana. This is why I stand here today, Mr. Speaker, holding the baton of leadership, prepared to pass it on with pride, goodwill, and determination to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and to ask all Ghanaians to cheer him on as he runs his portion of this important relay for Ghana.
Yes, what about Kodwa in America? Mampani John Dramani Mahama na echiremu simple one na do ennia fa also bompa pattern echi sanse enkwanye da etano esebenum ekoyi ma yen nyina na abra omampani na no December wie no omanfo bia hyase ekira adwene fa ho ye hyase e de afiri ogwa mantamu achese ne Cape Coast okohwe omanfo wonom nsem a wokaye e de fa omampani no December ho a sei ena natie
John Dramani Mahama ne nkonto abebufa o man hu de twatso kra wona memu omunti adom kase na mane bofo kafu isepo a wo mfimfin mantemu akoni adehye bie di nkomo afa o mampanyin nsem ne ho na ebinum kyeremu a o mampanyin John Dramani Mahama ka o ka kire Ghana fo so wonfa wo mo antai na Danko Akufo-Addo echi no eye ade a wo mo ni agye ho papa
makande wakase yi mo mampanyin bia beye na waye am bibia na oy medawo mampanyin de Osidum Juma, why Nazino, or just the President elect or Nana Akufo-Addo, Oba Sodo. See the I just seen them away in the air in Sanchez Kagana, Mundu Mawedi. It's more can Nana Akufo-Addo or Oboso, Jumazino, because saying in a year. Obobuama Omano Wakwini. Says no all kinds of infrastructure, no, although infrastructure, no, President Bia Ba Obeyebino. But like during Mahama's time, you could see that some of the infrastructure is not here, it's modernized. Any yama, yes.
Siwanyaji.
I'm okay.
He also called on Ghanaians to give support to Nanado. Them call it also that.
I think it's a very good idea. A year pass or yes, like as opinion over fear dear so as I say one chair say when you can't all bano or Odoma Nipano, and I think he did a very good job.
But I may expect, you were expecting the about capture now into data, but he was brief enough. Okay, so it was all right to the satisfaction of the Ghanaians.
In the actual other sectors in the orchestra for the or a reflection of what is happening.
Okay, orchestra for education, orchestra for there has been a remarkable improvement in the education sector, so as a health sector.
Ye free and so na ya concern from one penny bia wata kasa fa neoma hodo ekoso wo memu edimpa ne Ernest Bime aduro na no e friend no Dr. Think Twice o de futu ama se betimi a yempanim de fo abene e wo se de sikichire nipa wore eni mpokura no adwene mu ntretene emu na omwo mampani entunefo nka nsempa bi emfa nkire ntesa awreho a efiri nkugu e wabato no ebituma papa no atweno kra to na nanom wonse edu akese e yasem a emu odin pa osemi emfa na gro ntie asem ni nkire mu abro ne adom kase edin komo no
eye panyimfo mo ben Urajo Mahama omumuni no momeno. This has got nothing to do with prophecy or spiritual matter or whatever. Completely medical issue, because one obetimi anya akomayare. It came out of shock. And a DBN a book perfume biano lost no Lucy elections no. A book perfume because one nanyo she campaign on ye, she achieve on ye, she all over the place. Even last minute Jubilee Park, she department kobo chenko. Na adwumi na obi enim say, oh, me ampa amana sawolusu. Na ohwe papa nanim. Now we're in the State of a Nation address on my within a shorter time. Or the said no, there's something the man is not really of himself. It's me say I am for empaying for a year party for empaying for. Omo me papa no. No omo ne papa ne nkasa gradually aso forum. No ne papa kasa gradually. Even you know first lady will be in 4 years. Obi enu will be bisada or Ghana. Ebi mada. It won't try as much as we draw closer. No, apart from that, no, it's time for no. A damn mother show in an I don't know. It be no moment try say accommodating Emma form, and I no Emma form because say Jauna am from one. According to Nilante Vanderpool say, a bear nipa me and such or more comfort. Almost nipa me and say that you can you.
Ye friend no so na concern fufuro mu a omampani fufuro ato aba yi no a nyame adomo na enu ntem mo beso afenam esuai na obe Ghana mampani ana dankwa kufo ado nra opa ompanimfo bi ono mba bedi dwuma sanse tikro enkwagina bakofo so nkire danfo se bakofo onye osoro tompa no akakaduro nti na empanimfo do mutu dwa no ye aban ne krache pani a wono behwe na soafo ene dwumadi ahododo na so ma mefrema opare wachere mu se etuo bi na esibe mabo we dia akosi obabo nanso waye krado se de fa soro de fa fom ye de fa mfimfin wo pema to fom ahwese Ghana mpuntu obona nado achiridom amana konkan.
I look forward to serving His Excellency and by that extension the people of Ghana.
Very big position, Chief of Staff, the first woman to occupy such a high-profile office. How are you going to link your office between the party, the governance to make it work as effective as possible?
Well, I may look young, but I'm not.
Absolutely.
In the sense that I do come with some experience that I think will help. Having managed invest a department, University of Ghana, that is the Home Science Department, as the acting head of department. I've had lots of managerial experience, having managed 2 big programs in Ghana. I worked as the senior program coordinator for SNV, Netherlands Development Organization.
Eti mama nankasa na otis wosan homara ne wo bra wabo ene nimdi kura no nimpodi wachekere ni kotodwem ede ba bebo na nadanka kufuado echiridom na Samuel Abu Jinapo ensuso na manfo nim se ye de babu no koto wofra ba nsuoni na oba bedi kire bi ni sanse wo hwe ye dwumadi a de ahye ne nsa se deputy chief of staff na esombo emusu odu wo se mo manfo hwe akom emo trempo na gidi a na nadanka kufuado enya wo mu no obi nto na akokọ bedie kwa eden a egidie soronko no so hwe ma ne nsa nsi fom e wo memu nkunimdie e baba ne dwumadie mu.
what I bring on board is really a lot of dynamism, intellect, brilliance, in all humility and modesty, paramountly to support the Chief of Staff. But that is going to be my role. My role will be to support the Chief of Staff, for her to discharge her mandate in a manner that the President will be successful, in a manner that the government of President Akufo-Addo will be successful. So I'm gearing up and I'm poised to give the Chief of Staff, Madame Frema, Mrs. Opare, the needed support.
Yefriwa nene sabredie yage kama furuni yage kama da kamana epempenso akatu na bro na nanado enya tena akonwa no so adwadifo dodo na se won ma ye krado pa chese ne won mo etwen kra no sesei eye hihi a won mo hwese ye de pani no betena akonwa so no so de befiri mu aba no se de hunsunsan so ne ho mframa pa bi bebo afo bia ho no won so enyo mo chefa
Baby amigine eye abosu kan aha na obepie mu ha amanfo dodo na e wa ha etonton spare parts na ye hwe nim Awurade yadoma memene da ebeye ana president elect Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo ye de ne besi akonya so ama Ghana fo nina agina tum na samre amene ukase ye ba bebisa wona woni tonton spare parts e wa abosu kan ha se anya bia ahomboa ben ana omaye edishia memene dey
mekopa because ne tie ne se sisi ano nana amaye hu ivi mpanyimfo kra wayi a ode omo ebebu oman no even NDC for no krom ye opposition team asie komu kra omo kra ni je ho ah yes sisi a chief of staff obey ayi ni no ama Ghana fo nyina hu se wayi mpanyimfo a ebetimi de oman da ebu oman ni sisi a memenda de my ahoboa me ka kra wo spraying amekoi me kwa akofa ma painting MPP colors me de ko independence kwa akoshia nana
ya me expect ni say nyamu ya dum Saturday no do a me kwa akohwe na eja support na me support ama mpelefon na me na so that's all te bibi fufuro bia ni o te empire ebo ni say ya de no sisu wi a bibia be koso jojo na nyina ya e bako na ya tena omanu mu amasomdwa den aba
Masanso abepie mu ewo Kaneshi market ene adwadifo e wa ha eba abetwetwe nkomo bi som se anya bia memene da eye inauguration ceremony ye ba beyi ananso oman Ghana ebeyi sen na omahoboa etie
dado dende ale woba ye kwe sha memenda kasa ye ma be sha ye to ade aye nto na oba be boye ma ye bra ye to ade aye nto na ye tibi tua school fees last be ye tibi tua na woba ade ahwehwe wo ye hwehwe na bra and so lado Akufo-Addo me pacho me nana Akufo-Addo eno nti memenda me ko independence na makoko gina nechi for mampanyi e wo memu me se nana ban me se ya me da Ghana mampanyi
awombo amaye ne se memenda ye da ne mi ye de nana Akufo-Addo ye to abayi no ye de ni siso ama oman Ghana sasa yakoma so ade e na aba nana aba ma ye ni agye nana
na ye ho betoye ye ntumi ntwe ye ma school fees ye betumi atui
ahomboa ben wa ye
memenda ahomboa amaye ne se maboaboa me ho se ye kohyia aboa ma de nana siso se ne ye be ye ho betoye ti ma prepare me ho pa me ni me fiefo ene me nafofo ene ma sorry me members esa se
yanto ansem ne so emfiri ho na yenhwe mpanifo so obi so obi abetri ansa na ohunudwom sa so ne dua bi buto dua bi so ansa na drunkwanse obra ya boyi eya nanka nipa hia mwaso boafo na ene Anglo Ashanti AG4 ena wonomo community trust fund fotro bi a oboso de beboa manfo afoforo wa huhiem e wo mpotemo no wayi musika puduo ede ebo school for nkwada makoma kwadunum so mfa entity won ho akawakaw e wo school omo koneka omo bom na entime mo omo ema won ho ha omo adom kase asempa se de na ema ne ntofom kwa ikotie bia ede aka no to awso
foto bi di ato hɔ a wɔde bua enhumasua ne ɔmanfo yiedie wɔ boase ne ne mpɔtemu na mpanyinfo nda foto no ano no ayi sika wɔ foto no mu bi de aboa desuafo aduonum a saa bre yi wɔno ɛkɔ entoaso suku a obenya ntete wɔ enhumasua mu na de bi wɔde abɛboa mampuntu akɔso wɔ ɔboase Nana Ampofu Bekoin, our sustainability manager, Edima Angogo Ashanti, and only Adumi and a man for the train como, or bra, no, that's as he can di, Eddie Ama addition phone.
Last fund, no, your thematic areas be a young juma, education can be, health and sanitation can be, be other developmental needs so Uma Ebemubi. Now, education, no, you started with education infrastructure. Ya BSCC, DISCC school, DISCC, Wangalos, and teachers near there. And Ghana Education Service for no municipal fund in Kitaho. And ye who say access to a senior high school no so. A hard drink kakra, and yes, be a dining anywhere from the Beko school no mum. No, now Yabekan say from Becono, Sika, baby to your school fees, no more debate to you, and maybe the estimating Colana school no. And no, na a problem. Nti ya just say any institute grant scheme bi ya de to steering committee secretariat no de to steering committee nanim steering committee no subcommittee on education so omotena ho omudi nkita wono hu se nkyerɛkyerɛ papa ebetumi aboa na etumi ama bibia akoso yi ene ba se ya de sa grant scheme to ho nti grant ye for brilliant but needy students.
Ura Anthony Maxwell Amwakon, your Boise Municipal Director of Education, any Adom Kasie Ekasa Echere Moa, Sa Futuono Eboa Adisiafo.
Boise baby a hoson Kolaiko school no so eson na BEC mfie bebreni Boise na ya edi first. Me ba ye no me ma ha no na me tia no say oh sese bia na apone ade na me ba no ho say nya apo. If it's a private school, so no doors to challenge no ha nti man no bia esua de e na mindset for no so obia person de ba etumi esua de enti no obia hwe ne ba a che se adesua ekwanim e wo Oboase eno nti first Oboase fo di no enye na ada yade a eye no kre obia betumi aba abehwe bedi ho adanse
yenyina we so na yemfansie mu nwra apomden mu dura apomden a onim se Dasebre pharmacy Akofasa hateba mextra ni dose syrup abadwa so eno da nchen a Heaven Black mosquito coil ebe mo ada na hwabere kum tuntum ne mo mo afefefe bia disturb wen hadan enso ene wo che wo mpa no won madama ibungra pomdi mu Sahateba mextra na dose syrup e free Dasebre pharmacy na Heaven Black mosquito coil madama ene dia pomdi mu nsem ne bro na mampani John Dramani Mahama ene ne nsem odi tudwa ewo abedwafie no osi so bi ewo pomdi mu kire se ansa na obeba no na nipa dodo na wo memu a wono mo yare pa so be omo beko akwakoja yehwe ne ho odin so ene woka hyenyame ne munyam so bayi wo bono ho modin penten kwa wote etwa na dapa mu nyina no woka sisi so sisi ayasabia dodo na ne nipa bi ebetime nya ba bi akoje ayarehwe.
After years of experimentation, the National Health Insurance Scheme utilization was low due to lack of access to health facilities. The sector was characterized by a severe shortage of trained health professionals. Our vision over the period of my administration has been to provide improved health facilities and trained health workers in all nooks and crannies of the country. Construction of new regional hospitals in Bolgatanga, Wa, and Accra is dramatically improving the health outcomes for tens of thousands of people. New district hospitals in districts across the country, including the recent ones for which I just cut sword in Hueta to cover Somanya, Buipe, Tolong, and Sola, have and will advance even further our policy of providing every district with a first-class health facility. Mr. Speaker, new polyclinics, health centers, and CHIPS compounds have also helped to bring quality health care to the doorsteps of our people. This development has resulted in a phenomenal expansion of utilization of the NHIS. Outpatient utilization for 2015 stood at 29 million, up from 9 million in 2008. Increased numbers of trained professionals being churned out of our training institutions has solved the problem of lack of personnel to man our health facilities. Indeed, at the rate at which this category of personnel are being produced, Ghana may need to sign agreements with less endowed countries to officially deploy some of our health professionals to assist improve their health systems.
Yankom fifi mantemu awutu senya west mensini mu nurse ni panipa bi de futu ama mema won potem hom se mema no masem woden ade o mu chiri kura nse na yerebeka so kwa hwe no fuma hwese kokram dem hom se asem ni fie kofa asem ma fie na sansem no de futu ma se emwa nti se ma na yeso mbehwe mu no fumu a se be akofa oje na o de ye won kwan yie ommo nkonkɔhwe se yare bi omu a panifo ahwe aso ano ntem.
Nurse panyin owo ewutu senya west mensin mu mfimfin mantemu maame Fidelin kafui area de sede to mema wono oman mu anim se wono ma won yerenom kwan se de beya wo pese okɔhwe wo mokue mu se yare eye breast cancer ne bi omu a obetumi akɔ wo se mema bi a wono time ma won yerenom kwan mo wono nkɔhwe wo mokue mu no ede ohaw kase ene brema no maame din semi atudwa wobra Brown Badge Foundation for no free Italy memu ekoye adoye di mfidie bi ede boa ayaresabia adwuma ekoma wonom ewo ayaresabia ho.
Man how be brave say you no for me ya na bi kra the feria dia ma akọ boni kran sana ye hu say enti ye pa say o di sa machine na ye wo how be brave efa mema no so a omontumi emma wo ma no o yire no mo emma hospital say o be hwehwe wo apomje enti ye be say ombetumi accessi facilities no na niema ye wono ye betumi edi achiro.
Adom kase ni owura Kenneth Brown a wono no ye opanya oda Brown Badge Foundation ano etwe nkomo mo panyin de adesede to aban nim se wonhwe na eto a egu niema edifri amanone so eba oman mu no woni se de beya omanfo betumi de apomdi ho niema bebo ayaresabia etwa ye ho hia o Ghana ha.
Your home, the better facilities aka as I say, Timmy Boama and Crawford, Etimia Ayasha, a Bebwa, Nanso, Sanya Manino, Warrior Hono, Etimia B, Nemo Pay fast for the Babafino, and a problem. More or less, no, a fat duty, I tria. Never we see a medibuyer, no, Miana Mabonhoka, a container fee, a trade duty, a media, and a duty and chair crown, Mempesa, my boss of Fide so. Nemono, make Kadiama, a man for, and we say, as I say, a bank for Fra Urbano, Utimibua, na Ancrankrene Association, Omwaman, or near one near maybe say, I'm person of the Bois, hospitals in Yankashaf Biania, I don't know, a bit me a boy, bit inside this animal.
Yefapom didn't see her. Na de sasabro be kutudwa no aye no so hu da se pharmacy ono mo any having black mosquito coil down sabe de ye kodwadie mu ni dudwadie mu a se Transdank company limited de fisher board papa badwa so usidan na ne nye fe wie ni yie e na mo nso a mo penkane a papa de sisi mu fie mu nwuma mu ne mo dan ni ahodo no Royal Lighting Investment on mo adawma e na fe fly away insecticide one mo e na mo aboy ho ka se ye mfedwadie mro. Yanko edwadie mu na edwadie mu nsɛmsiri di kaka no Transdank na afi Royal Lighting Investment na out insecticide on madam na yede ebre wo na dwemtreni akɔ kede a wono na eda GPRT ano na de adisrede to aban ene assembly wo kede importam ho anim sɛ omo sere wonwada adrafo gina bre metre lorry station na omo yeso mo siesie na sɛ ya kansensemu penifo hwɛ sanse adwuma twese ne die sɛbe eni aketua.
GPLCU kuonu dentineni owo kede ewe pie mantemu ene driver phobia wo ho de adesrede eto na nado dan kwakufu ado anim se wo momodin a na kede won lolly station kese no wonsiesie emfama wonum fise ne ekoso no enya ade a eboa Alhaji Majid echiremu a ono akwan ene tebia lorry park no ewo mu no emwa entiama driver fododo no ara ena woyi won car e de free station ho. Opanyini ni Adom kase nkita hodie mu no ototo se mensinim na hyebedwa aban ya to abayi na nakufu ado ene empanyifo won semu bi se ono nyina anya Adom wase de beya obetumi esiesie wona kwan e wo mpatem ho no
station high or Sasama but a station you a jump market and a wood station
and so Tempia and Ayana a Jafon. I won't person go to Aquacoton. Be a Pesca say, station in people in our bed. Papa Bishini. Tempia and Tama, Yene, a Jafon, Tembiana, problems. I will be a new.
Adom kase na man before tribe driver phobia wonum wo ho ma wono so eka woni hiasem e kire
wan kasa mo ba e dia mutwa e nyina mamu market women and men omo age edwana fa lord kure enye ba bi ntina nanso ya ka ho asma kaka na admofo oba this is assembly for oka adwuma no e wo kede no omo adan no menua me wo fa ase ne madamfo enti chese no kure pa e adwuma station hande enye adwuma enti adwadifo na gi station nafa na emom no se koba se assembly no betra se adwadifo no nyi station nfa de a ene ebire bi baba no driver for no ye be free station no de de amadwadifo no kwan ho be fa so o be de on park ticket no eno se be hwa ni e aso be high ba ya kan e
ya kwana ya nam so e wo digital akwana ina anye papa ba ha every asamagasi abakedi akoka abdrem tashi Africa, they have so called papa. It's about the cost of maintaining the vehicles. I am very high. They said, we better tackle more. I never keep talking about this car. But top bridge, yeah, this car over the years. So top bridge is your plan. It's maintaining.
I did phobia one so lorry station ho, and so the one there at so.
I can't also pay I can't you need to put in a station house. You are only attached. To say you see no how be a few things here. I know baby who office. You are not taking any of us. To see a come here passing with baby.
Yɛmfrɛ no so na yɛnkɔnsɛm fufuru mabantie bi a watu ne ho asi wo so no wankasa bɛyɛ na adwuma a wono na wɔyɛ mpaboa kɛse wo kure mu berima shoes de afutuo ma sɛ bakofoɔ ne nsanso nyame ne katanti aban ɛwɔ mo bi ɔmfa mo ankran kanka mo afi no mo fifiri sen ɛwɔ enwuma bi mu no ne no atimi aboa mo gyina mo na so ɔmo gyina mo na so ɔmbɛboa foforo ama ne ma tretre wɔ man mu
Opinion kwankyerefo da berima shoes ano ewo man mu owura ya wo berima Japan atoto asra ban se o ma nani nkɔ enwuma nkume wo man mu so na won hwese wo no betimi nya mmoa de ama wono a wo yɛ sa enwuma no sɛ de bɛyɛ mebunu bi a wono nya adwuma no wo betumi enya won nsa na adwuma yɛ opinion kyerɛ mu a sa ban etu sa na mo na ɛbɛboa ma nkrankra wono nyinaa ni da so bɛyɛ aban adwuma no wo begyae ne mu mo prese wono akasa bɛyɛ won nsa no adwuma de edidi ewo man mu Berima shoes akane ne efe no e-cast shoes no edi nsemi to Adom kase anim obra enama ne bofo etwebe no ne twetwe nkomo ehwe se de adwuma wo ye no eboa mebunu ewo oman mu
say government pese oboa ye ne motese yin a ye ne mo so ye betima ya ma na yiye nti government pese oboa yin a enye se obabi ka se mumfa correctora ne momom be partner yen no ma hwe se omo di ade na ma yen ne ye ade no ye tua nti o ka betima kan se ebiesesia no ade no enye wodia trehwe na obewie na owie a wodia nkasa betimi aboa but se ombeka se fakuraktra ba na edin but ma nkasa mbako NBSSI omo ye madomo eboa memmoa bi
Kobites oba obema wono mu a wode ye wo nipaduanum bema oba yetentan wo mpam oba so de wa wani tua babunsa unse ahogono mu a na okɔwanim ne mum concert na ba so ne yesi enka odade lumba guru Ninero Extreme ne Kofi B ne ho keka ho yeso to adonko baako a wo wura Accra Sports Stadium free jam na me Adom ada memene da ntumpe we a ene wankasa no obesom abante Kofi Kinata fantini aba mu a ne nwom ode pa wabonwom foforo bi se confession na nkaja bia wa ebone na wo ka wonu asem so nwom no wo se wabro na Nyankopɔn magistia no tesa ono walo ko dada na ye ne ani adrafo adi nkomo se o mate abante ne nwom na dra ne utime bo na frɛ Nyankopɔn so ne metwika na ma wana
Oh, and you na futu my come on so me say me there.
Come. I'm a futu. Futu am fan of so o tumufo. So one no man sambro nti me mama no man sambro. Obi Nyankopɔn majesty an fan onko. Because our party and sana one more ablu ntina Nyankopɔn majesty an onko. Uti rap no class
okay no baby me yankopon hwe ne awaye no mfem mu na aten nye se obobon pan na drive o obobon pan na asra bon fecha ba mon pan se o de ko drive car
ko fitala tani me no boy ende o se ajama bro adama e fine anyum no metia na e kama pa ba ya driver ni a me no munsa emfa na o ti ase any but o no ma men twika ba police won e se wo chew onanyum no o say baby make us see yellow adama bro I dey joy you and I dey lock you
aboyumpa ama se me kwa pa se me driver o do baby me fine kete e na se metia ma ba kuma je mu ko me se driver dey fine ya me no je nti mo metia me ho to me
me see sanyu no brade ya me ka yo wa bro me see me bula me ayma me ba no brade wa me sia na e fe kwa me ndu ami me be wi na o Debbie ma pon na me mehu says can agbo anon na eja ma kwanyem kro be bi ehu a na me da to ase Debbie on casa e yan pom so mu yan bo sia no ene dia yes a tibeti o titi a oni ya je be twa ma ho na moche
mpo wenu ma obo ende se ewrade ambam dia na se owu ha na be because unumbi na ewrade ambam dia owu na na be e jamais ma bu ni mu golfi e mu ado ni mu e maloko.
All jokes aside, if you know say we need you alive, don't drink and drive. Move.
Music.com.
Adonko bites nkwa ne betima me yede nsempase abrɛwo onuma donko abɛbo bato mo tantantan ti omfre nyame so na majusti a emfama sa do untem ate enti nyame adoma memene da ma yenhia donko fo de da de lumba ne apamfo fo bebre ewo Accra Sports Stadium tadonko ba ko peten Ghana na owure makọ enjoy ho kama ha ne de kase no ebesie kofi adoma woni ne lead production no chame am akoda kwa na fe ma papa bia ja won mo tachiri Sarah Opare ene on ka ne captain smart mu nyina do mo beji mu medi nana sei ampofo eje aya hye GTP ene ne monyamom mama CJ fashion so wo kuma sia makuma pomotade 0268505021 wadama bomoden a ne koso ahwe sanse ne kunkum ebe fe paade ne beto raj ene mpokra pragia asem no eba kotwa dabe iso hwe kunkum ede musia